appraised value of property? Because I get this from when I get questions, I get it both from sellers and from buyers, that they don't know the difference, and then often base what they think the property is worth on the assessed. They get confused between the assessed and the appraised value. Explain the difference and how people, both sellers and just as importantly, buyers, should base what the fair value of the property is.
Well, I'll complicate it even more. What they get confused with is the idea of market value, assessed value, and appraised value.
Yeah.
So assessed value is simply the value that a municipality gives a piece of property in order to determine how much you're going to be taxed, what your real estate property taxes are going to be. That number has really no correlation with fair market value. The appraisal value is basically a number that a licensed appraiser comes up with on behalf of the bank, because a bank or any lender wants to make sure that if they're lending you $300,000 for this house, they want to make sure it's not worth $250,000, because if you don't make any payments and they have to foreclose, they're going to really be in a hole. So that's the appraised value, and that value really, quite frankly, in many cases, that value, that appraised value that comes back after the appraisal is usually pretty close to what the person is paying, especially if their agent has done their job and done a market analysis. But what buyers and sellers need to be aware of is that what is the fair market value of a piece of property, and the way you find that out, obviously, is to have a buyer agent who does that research and helps a client decide, or a home buyer decide, what the fair market value is based on comparable sales and things like that.